Coach, just tell us how you feel to get the win.
Oh man, relieved. I thought that Portland was a tough opponent. We knew going into it. In watching video, we knew they were going to be organized and athletic and tough. And I thought they did a good job of just making it difficult for us to create chances. But I did think as the game went on, specifically, kind of the end of that first half, I thought we kind of gained a little bit of momentum and started, kind of winning the territory battle. And I thought we'd create a lot of chances. And what made me nervous was their counterattack. So in watching film, you could see that they're good at breaking out. The number 14 up top was a handful. Created some chances against us, but I thought Brooke and Sasha, for the most part, did a pretty good job on her.
Coach, how important is your team's playing style, just the constant pressing style that you have emphasized when you have a game that goes down to the wire like this, and it's going to come down to the final minutes for some separation?
Yeah, I think it's great, and just kind of the mentality it takes. It's an aggressive mentality, and grittiness and toughness and just battling, fighting, competing, scrapping. I mean, that's who we are. That's who we've been all season long. And I think throughout the course of a game, a team might start off and they may they may be an even game for a while, but I just think we're so good at just kind of wearing and grinding teams down.
Coach, what does it mean to make it to the Sweet 16, especially having this tournament at home right now?
Oh, it's awesome. I don't know if you guys saw any of the regionals out there, but Notre Dame, Penn State, those places looked miserably cold, and so for us to be able to play, on a beautiful night with with our fans in the stands and on a great field. Is everything, and we earned the right, for the season that we had. We earned the right to host these games, and I'm certainly glad we're at home.
Coach, it was a lot of calls throughout the game. Some went your way, some didn't. Not worrying about the referee, but what goes into staying mentally focused when some calls are not going your way?
It's tough, right? But it's like you mentioned. We got some calls against us, and we got some calls for us, and that's that's how it's going to be every game, and try not to get too wrapped up and caught up into it, and you got to stay focused and keep playing, and ultimately the ref is not going to win or lose the game for you, right? There's so many plays throughout the game, and can't get too wrapped up into the referee. You got to keep playing.
Going off his question, you've called the girls a mature group several times. How important is that when it's a situation like you just described?
Yeah, I think so. And anytime there's pressure on you, whether it's these NCAA tournament games, these knockout games, all of a sudden potentially momentum shifting in a game, referees making certain calls against you or whatever. I mean, it's important that you've got a team that is mature, or leaders out there on the field that can kind of calm the team down and keep them focused. And we've shown all year long the ability to do that.
Hey, Coach. You've been here for a little while now. How does it feel to see the program that you've kind of been building up just reach new heights, and just how does it feel to reach new heights?
Yes, amazing, right? And when I came to Alabama, this was my vision, right? This is what I thought. I thought I could come here and make a difference. It was a program that I don't know, just hadn't really accomplished much, and I thought I could put my fingerprint on things and really make a difference here. And my hope was to do it in a couple years, and I thought we had some moments through the first few years where we looked like we were doing it, but. It took a little longer than any of us wanted, but at the same time, it almost makes it that much more enjoyable now. To struggle and to go through some tough times and to get knocked down and to fight and get back up. And I mean, it makes it that much better. And so, I mean, looking at where we were 3, 4, 5 years ago compared to where we are right now, I mean, it's incredible.
So, Coach, the game tonight was very physical.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what do you do, if anything, to prepare team members who haven't played in the NCAA tournament before for the physicality, like your freshmen?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that you necessarily prepare them any different. We kind of, we kind of try to just take every game one game at a time, and I think I mentioned, before the game even started, it's like, it doesn't matter if this is an NCAA tournament game or if it's, conference game, an SEC game, a non-conference game, if we're playing Clemson or BYU, whatever it is, all of those games are difficult and challenging, and I think the most important thing for us is that we challenge ourselves throughout the year, to go out and play some of the teams that we played, both in and out of conference, got us ready for these types of games. I don't think you can ever replicate, playing in an NCAA tournament game, but, if you're playing BYU, if you're playing Clemson, if you're playing, at Utah Valley, if you're playing these games, these all prepare you for NCAA tournament games.
Ethan?
Two quick ones. Number one, you kind of got a chance to see UC Irvine play. You talked about them, and with them going to double overtime MP games, that kind of threw you guys off your, rhythm a little bit starting late. Just talk about that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I thought both teams, both Brown and Irvine are incredibly good teams, and I think each of them would have provided different challenges, but Irvine was able to get the win. They looked incredibly, scrappy, just like Portland, right? They looked tough and physical. I thought early on, Brown kind of had the better of the play, but credit to Irvine. I thought they stuck with it and grinded out a win, and I got to believe they're going to do the same thing. They beat USC, they beat Brown. I think they're probably beaming with confidence and have belief that they can beat Bama. But I think it'll be a challenging game for us. They've got I'm sure you saw, if you're there, the long throw. It's pretty impressive, right? So that's a weapon just about anywhere. This side of the attacking side of midfield. I think they're going to be able to throw balls in the box and cause problems. But fortunately for us, I think we've been very good at defending set pieces all year long. We've done a great job of whether it's corner kicks or free kicks or whatever it may be. We're pretty darn good at defending those. So, but it's going to be a good game. As far as it throwing our rhythm off, fortunately we got to warm up down there, and it wasn't ideal. In a perfect world, we would have been able to warm up, and kick off the game like normal. But both teams faced the same thing, so it is what it is.